Hello. How's it going, everyone? Been a little bit. I want to first, before we do get going, want to make sure webcam in the right area. I want to address the VOD watchers first because there has been a stream between this one and the last VOD that would have been. But because Twitch only saves them for 2 weeks and I forgot, because I haven't really been streaming that much and it's not something I've really been thinking about. That stream it's gone. So yeah, between this one and the last one, you're gonna miss going to the blasted lands with the Druid. That's pretty much it. It's not too much different. We've already seen the blasted lands a few times, you know. Yeah. We are almost level 52. It slipped my mind, the 2-week thing. Hey, need that boat. My plan was to stream last week and get the Druid to 52 with 5 bars off, but plans don't always happen. Life's been pretty busy. I must say though, it's insane how much you get done in your day when you wake up at 7 in the morning. Time did feel quite slow. When you wake up at 7, you're out of the house by 8, and then you're sitting there at 11:30 a.m. and you're like, man, it's only 11:30. Quite crazy how things happen. But I thought I'd come on today and stream and get some progging. Get Fran to 52 and then possibly, more probably, go to Ungaro Crater. Start doing stuff down there. So I believe everything else should be taken care of. I think we do have one cloth turn-in, yes, Stormwind. Maybe I'll also do that. Hopefully everything is fine, like sound and everything. Yeah, obviously haven't been streaming too much, so something that you don't really think about. But life has been busy. I think next month, because we're pretty much at next month, we're pretty much already in February. I have streamed maybe 4 or 5 times this month. It hasn't been that much. Just because everything's been having to be set up and all that, you know. But I think next month I should have a bit more free time to stream. So maybe try to push to get Frand and Baumer done. Get this leg of the Medley done. We'll see. If I can get Frand today to like 53, that would be pretty good. See though. Gotta grind some harpies to 52 and then we'll go to Ungaro. Ungaro is generally a very quick level. But at the same time, there are some things I'll have to do different on the Boomkin, like not fight the level 56 Reptar. Because, well, being that he's a level 56 Reptar and we're a spellcaster, doesn't sound like that much fun. Even though it's like 8,000 experience. But I will say, life's been pretty good recently, so don't worry about all that. I'm doing fine. It's just that the WoW playing hasn't, or the streaming. But I think currently you guys should have streams until July. And after that, maybe I'll have to just, you know, eliminate them. But we'll see. That's current schedule. Things may change. It all depends on how everything lines up. This could be the last stream. You never know. I've been saying it for months. Appreciate me while you got me. Eventually. Probably have to cut back quite a bit. I don't think I'll use any potions. We need less than 40k experience. We've got rested, obviously. Haven't streamed in a while. But obviously we have rested. Do have a little bit of more intellect from our Blasted Lands quest. I think I will go ahead and drop the quest from Serengord. We're likely not going to do those. I've got to go there for a Druid quest, apparently. I think that's probably just going to be the Druid level 50 quest. So that actually makes sense. Blast. I do hate fighting casters as a boom. Especially casters that do damage. Now obviously it's not as bad as some other classes, like, you know, if you're fighting a caster as a warlock but you don't know what it's going to do, so you can't Eloise it, and then you die because, well, just cast it through walls. I receive in Garland. You know, even though Garland died, he at least got a full character story, right? Like, some of these characters, we do actually make it to 60. Are just gonna end without any real cap off. Like, they're gonna hit 60 and then we're not gonna play them again. That's pretty much the reality of World of Warcraft, isn't it? So their story is tied to the whole story rather than their own. But at least Garland dying, he had a start, he had an end. So his story, his personal story, is the best one so far, honestly. Because all of the other characters had a start and then, well, they're still ongoing. Some of them probably just cease to be. That fact. That mob was standing right there and then it teleported. Teleported mob. Scary. teleporting harpy. That's our first crit of the day. Honestly, it hasn't been... We haven't logged into a crit happy friend. Kinda like, yeah. Haven't really been playing, so... I'm upset. I did have a... This is the reason I brought up the VOD watches, because I had a comment on the VOD's channel yesterday. I have to reply to it. I read it, then I was like, yeah, I'll reply to that next time I'm actually on this channel. They were just asking me if I finally quit. I'm like, finally? What do you mean finally? Like, is that something you wanted? Well, we may have had a resisted moonfire, but at least we got a crit rate. Yeah, hopefully it only takes like half an hour to hit 52. We'll definitely have the mage weave we need to go and do the hand in. My nose is a bit red on the camera today. There was a pimple on it. And, you know, sometimes there's a big juicy pimple on you. You just gotta... I actually think I had a really good sleep last night. I guess because I woke up at 7 in the morning yesterday. After probably 3, no, at least 4, but between 4 and 5 hours sleep. I did not sleep that well. But yeah, I woke up at 7 and then went to bed at 1 in the morning. Obviously I wasn't that tired yesterday, even though I didn't have that much sleep. But this morning I woke up at 9, you know, a full 8 hours sleep. And didn't even wake up during? That's insane for me. Because usually I'm just like, can't sleep for, you know, 3 hours and then wake up 2 hours into it. If I'm lucky. Sometimes it's only 20 minutes into it. And then you can't sleep for like another hour. Yeah, I have pretty bad sleep patterns, honestly, so being able to sleep for just like 8 hours straight, that's always a victory. And right before I started streaming, I sneezed, and now my nose is not feeling the best. So that's always fun. Like, welcome back to streaming. Get fucked. Also, the reason I think I will try to blast out Friend and Baumer over the next month is because I only have 22 days of WoW game time right now. And I could resub, but I'm not really playing that much. So I'm thinking I might, you know, take a month off it, at least. Maybe 2, we'll see. Maybe we have to do 2 because we got 2 crits back to back. And any streams after my WoW sub runs out, might be me actually playing Cyberpunk for the first time because I would like to before life gets too busy, or Warhammer Online. Because even though I haven't been playing many video games, like I haven't put too many video games hours in over the last few months. You know, I've been doing Mass Effect playthrough again, maybe like 1, sometimes 2 hours a day if I can. The MMO that I have been playing, and am approaching level cap on, slowly but surely. I've been playing for like 3 or 4 months, and it's taken me this long to almost hit level cap. Is Warhammer Online. And, you know, I like the Warhammer lore, I like the Warhammer universe. I like the video game. I, for whatever reason, enjoy healing in PvP in that game, which is, you know, when you think about me and playing a video game like healer, it's not my first choice. But maybe that's similar to current real life situations. Healing wasn't my first choice, but it might be the choice. You know what I'm saying? Go back to school and become a healer. Is what I'm saying. I thought that said you has reached level 60, but it's because when you loot, it's like you loot. It was Sinpu who has reached level 60. I'm like, I have not. Plus that would be bad English. You has reached level 60. There is probably a character in hardcore that's called you. I feel like I've seen some yous running around, you know. There always is in World of Warcraft, or even just online video games. Nice. Can I loot an epic? Like, I haven't been playing. Blizzard aren't giving me epics. Reason, 100%. Me, why not? Even though I generally don't stream over the weekend, if this weekend is terrible weather-wise, I might think about it. Just to make some more prog, you know? Think, yeah, that harpy's going up here. Wait for her. A little sit. Get our extra regen. We get 49.5 ticks when with. I don't actually think it affects mana though, so it's the same with standing. Well, health it does. I was just noticing when I stood up, I'm like, wow, I'm still getting 49.5. Raid Logger has reached level 60. Well, he's ready for what he's doing. He might need to gear up a little bit first, but he's basically there. Good old raid loggers. We hate them. It's very interesting because, you know, when you start playing World of Warcraft back in the early days, everyone's so excited to always be online. No one's really a raid logger. Like, I don't think I had a single person in my OG raid guild that was not online outside of raid time, you know? Like, obviously there were varying levels, but even though we weren't farming for like world buffs or potions and flasks like all the time, like what you'd do now, that's pretty much all your activities when you're in that. We would log in and sit on the bank in Orgrimmar and just chat for hours, you know? It was like a real social experience, and that's why people have very good nostalgia for vanilla World of Warcraft. Because for a lot of people, it probably was their first online experience. It wasn't mine, I had RuneScape before that. And I was in a clan in RuneScape, so I, you know, did interact with people. Never used voice chat though. It was all like on the forums, which is crazy. Online forums. So on the forums or just in-game. We never used voice chat together. Used to go out into the wilderness and kill people. We all had the same cloak on and everything. It was sick. It was kind of funny in RuneScape though, because you know, if you go into a multi-zone, so anyone can fight anyone, and then you'd accidentally click on your clan member and start chopping them up. I did that so many times. I remember trying to save one of our clan members because, you know, he was like, help, help, just a little bit off screen. And then as we were running to save him, one of our clan decided to not right click their targets, so they just left clicked on him to attack because that was like the option at the top. For whatever reason, attack is the first option. Makes sense because, you know, most of your RuneScape time is running around killing shit, so attack being the first option is, yeah. That one. Nice. Damage. Wouldn't mind a little starfire crit. No, 1,000 damage is nice to see. But yeah, my clan member decided to left click attack. And this guy that we were helping had like 20 HP or something. Right as he got to him, he noticed mid-swing. It's not that much of an animation, but he's like, oh shit, I'm sorry, dude. But he got the absolute best RNG. It's like rolling a nat 20 in Baldur's Gate 3 or something. The absolute best swing he could have. I think at the time we were mostly running around with rune scimitars and stuff like that. But he takes him down to like 2 HP. And you know, the guys that were attacking him are still attacking him, so yeah. Let's just say he didn't make it. But we picked up all this stuff and gave it back to him when he came back, because we were able to defeat the people that killed him. I mean, there were a lot of us and only a few of them, so... I think we used to roll around with like 20 to 30 people, which is pretty impressive, you know? 20 to 30 people, they actually go and run around the wilderness together. I don't know if that still happens, like are there PvP clans that go out and have a giant battle? But that's how it used to be. That was fun. Strength, intellect, spirit. What a garbage combination. If it was like strength, intellect, Sam, I would be like, that's a Baumabelt. 100%. Speaking of Bauma, the next time we play her, I have a really good chest that I found at some point. I think I found it during a stream that I remembered to, you know, export. But it's like 14 strength, 14 stand. The first chest upgrade in like 25 levels. Hoping I find one like that for Francie as well. That would be pretty good. You know, my worry is pretty important. Especially as we approach the end of the medley. We need some better gear. There might be someone else killed. These mobs are not respawned, which, yeah, there is. Fine. I don't mind shearing the harpies. Had to last time I was here. I think in fact last stream that I did export was killing harpies, so this is basically like a continuation for VOD Watch. You missed the blasted lands. Thankfully didn't have to deal with Teramis, because as soon as I rocked up in the blasted lands there was a hunter doing the kite and kill Teramis. So I did get to, like, you know, laugh at Teramis as he was dead and stuff like that. I thanked the hunter as I ran by. Like, oh, thank you. I don't need to even worry about him all of today. That's awesome. I think that was the least stressful blasted lanes ever. Just because I knew as soon as I rocked up there, Teramis was... Like, there was not even any doubt. It was pretty chill. We were just walking around talking about bullshit, honestly. But I think it was maybe like a 2.5, maybe a few like 10 minutes extra, 2 hours 40 stream. It wasn't really the longest. It was just blasted lands and chill. That's an orc. I thought it was a human. A human. 2.5 bars till 52. At least, no matter what, we've made some good progress today. Getting the level, that's pretty good. No matter what else happens. 1,000 mana to buff and turn into a... I'm gonna say a boomkin, but we haven't been boomkinning today, you know? Our damage has been... I mean, it's alright. But we haven't had any crit starfires. I really hate this harpy in particular. Because that one. This harpy be Eloising me like mad and I hate her. Give me an epic. I hate you less. Player might be an issue. Couldn't be that much of it. Might be an issue. Should be able to do it with this mana. I believe in Frank. Get like 2 crits. Yeah, we haven't really been blasting the crits today, have we? It's been pretty mediocre, crit-wise. Maybe she's saving it for Ungoro Crater. One can hope. Brand in the crater. Like being in the bin, but worse, I think. She's in the crater. Please don't, Eloise. I thought it was. That's why I stopped worrying about getting my range off. For people, even if you don't enjoy, you know, RuneScape as a video game, there's probably some people that maybe watch this VOD and they watch the Gillenor games, which is basically like Survivor for RuneScape players. It's been so good this season. If you haven't checked out the Gillenor games by Soup, Aris, do it. The season's been amazing. Even though I don't play RuneScape, you know, I haven't since World of Warcraft came out. Apart from like a little dabble here and there to try it. See if I can actually play it still. Not able to. Just the start is a bit too boring for me. When you've already played through it. A friend of mine though, because fiance plays, started playing it recently and he was talking about it and I'm like, stop talking about it, you make me want to play it. Because even though it's not one of those games, it does have raids and stuff like that, but it's not one of those games that you play because of other people, I feel. Go there and you skill up. But yeah, he's having fun with it, which is fair because if you haven't ever played it, there is so much content in RuneScape. Even outside of members, like getting to the Dragon Slayer quest and getting the Champions Guild unlock and all that, like before you go into members. But that's a lot of content. But now there's like so much more, right? For me, I don't think I'd have a good time until I got to like the parts where I was at. So I had finished the Legends quest. I had my Legends cape. I had done some quests after Legends quest, I think. I don't remember what order quests were in, so I can't really say them off the top of my head, but I remember some hardish ones. But I think before that, I wouldn't have too much fun playing it, and I haven't really tried anytime recently. But who knows? That was the first MMO I technically played, RuneScape. My friends asked me if I wanted to play it, and then a few days later they were like, "You're a different kind of gamer to us. We can play like Halo and wrestling games together, but online games, I don't think it's gonna work." Because, you know, online games are all about skilling and becoming better and all that. And while I used the online games to like better my character, they were using real life to better theirs. I've always had more interest in bettering video game characters than I have in my real life character, let's say. Which is why I'm going back to school now, because it's something I never really did. You know, I finished high school and then that's pretty much it for schooling. You don't need a degree to be a graphic designer. So... I'm gonna go back to school and get one. Not for graphic design, because that would be useless in today's day and age. Like I said, you don't need one. I did see... Actually, there was a post on Reddit. You know, it's like the find a path, r/find a path. I don't even know why it... I guess when I was thinking about doing different things, it probably started showing up. Because, you know, anything you type or say on the internet is going to be remembered by the internet, because they're always watching. Especially when you broadcast stuff. But there was someone actually posting that they're going for their 3rd degree, and then they said they're doing it in graphic design, and I'm like... Like, that's a bad 3rd degree. If you have 2 degrees already, you should know that graphic design is going to be a terrible one. Like, the people who got a graphic design degree back in the day, stuff like that, yeah, good. Probably more beneficial back then, but not anymore. Most of the curriculum has not changed, in my opinion, for like 20 years. So just, you know, maybe they do stuff about AI these days, but it's like the part of graphic design that I don't like, is it? It just takes the fun out of creating. I hate when a mob just runs away when I'm casting my 3-second cast spell. That wind call. up on me. I love how you can tell when you get a Moonfire resist even if you're not facing the target. You can just... You don't hear the Moonfire. Just like, it goes off, you hear it come out of you, but you don't hear it hit, right? Just like, well, that Moonfire doesn't exist. We put the webcam like that. Get an angle. My lips are a bit dry. They were getting better. And then they started cracking again. So... I think I just need to buy some lip balm and just fucking balm them up every day for a while. Which is not something I've ever had to do in my life, as a new thing. So, don't get sunburned. Badly. You can get sunburned a little bit, just to, you know, make sure it's not terribly. I am quite tanned though now, like I was... shaving my head over the weekend, which is why I don't have that much hair right now. And you know, when you have to do the back of it, you gotta like hold up your phone or another mirror so you can actually see the back of it. And on my phone, when looking in the mirror, I could see all my tan lines. I'm like, damn. Especially because, you know, when I'm wearing a shirt, I'm not getting a tan under there, so I'm very white and pale. And then very tanned, like from my neck up. In my arms. Summer wasn't that bad, I guess. Can actually tell that I've been going outside. So I guess that's a good. Also, we finally got our first Starfire crit, but it was only 955. Pretty weak one. Not a nice 1000 damage, but I'm sure we will see that at some point. I'm sure we will delete half the mob's health as soon as we attack them. Fine. Damn. We made up for it there. Brain's like, I'm just gonna Wrath crit 3 times, alright? Cast 3 Wraths, I'll do 3 crits. This might be an interesting disaster to making, but we'll see. If that reserves. Did get a crit though. Alright, no resists please. Otherwise might be a disaster. Running, good. For a smack. I'm gonna eat a barbecue buzzard wing. Otherwise, it's just gonna be sitting in my inventory for another like 8 levels. One bar until 52. How long have we been at this level? 3 hours, 33 minutes, and 39 seconds. Oh, if we were 6 seconds earlier, phew. That would have been crazy. I remember last time I was here farming these, there was like, what level was he? Like 56, 57? He was pretty big paladin. I was like, man, farming these harpies at that level would be easy, but takes so long to level. Like, you're probably getting 200 experience per harpy, you know? Like, we're already getting sometimes only 240. Like, I think these ones are worth 240. Yeah. Because we're currently double XP, so 240. Thousand experience though. And then guess we'll Hearth to Stormwind. To do the cloth handing. There goes 3,000 experience for free. Hopefully no one sneaks up on me. I think that wind call. No. Just kidding. Last time we were here fighting the harpies, I think I talked about the time when I was playing Warcraft 3 and the first time I saw harpies in like their little portrait. Sometimes they jump up in the portrait and it shows their harpy boobs and it was like neuron activated. You know, I was a teenager. Like, does that make me a furry? I mean, harpies are birds, but they're also kind of womanly, you know? Hey, look at them. They're womanly birds. It's like the days of sirens and mermaids, you know? Men at sea getting lured into the ocean because of a siren. Pretty much harpies, honestly. Especially in a lot of lores, they have that alluring call. But I guess it makes sense when you think about it like that. Die. Or free silver. And we also looted 4 silver, 77 copper. Take a screenshot of that. It to my friend. Back in the day, it wasn't really a meme. It is just the, you know, the most often seen cost of flight paths, 4 silver, 77 copper. But my friend and I used to always notice it and be like, oh look. So when I loot it, sometimes I gotta send the message. Dating back to Wrath of the Lich King. It's kind of crazy how you can know people over the internet for so long. Like, it's harder to know people in real life for that long than it is over there. You know, I guess because you're all sharing the same hobby, right? Generally, that's how you get to know people, is because you're doing something that they are also doing. in real life, everyone's just out doing everything. Like maybe you'll run into someone doing an activity that you're doing, but generally it's like not something that you them are always doing. I would say we're definitely going to have rested experience all the way to 53. Depending on how much I can stream over the next 22 days before my game time comes out. We may not have all the way to 54. That harpy's in a tree. Yeah, I'd definitely like to get through this stage of the Medley before game time runs out. So I might, like I said, try to add some weekends to the stream hours like that. Maybe we'll go hard on the streaming this month, just to make sure we're at a suitable level. Then I could potentially have 3 videos to edit, so that'll happen over time. There is going to be a short break between videos from now to whenever that happens, but I already mentioned that on my YouTube channel, so for anyone that didn't read, I just mentioned it now. Too long, didn't read. I think we're going to end up needing 2 more mobs. We're going to be very close to leveling after the next one, but it's a little bit too much. You can wake up at 7 in the morning after like less than 5 hours sleep and not yawn all day. But if you have 8 hours and you start streaming, you are going to be yawning within an hour. C'est la vie. 13 experience, by the way. That's all we need. Let's just do this wind caller. I just want a moonfire, honestly. But it blasted. That was 200 DPS. Good. Alright. Teleport to Stormwind. Gain 52 hit points. Standard. As a druid, you do gain 50. Well, when 50, you gain 50, and then 51, and then 52. But the mana alternates between like 45 and 60. So this was our 60 mana level. I don't know why my eyes suddenly itchy and annoying. I yawned and my eye got itchy. Have a nature's focus.
Need help?
I like my hit point. 21, 21. I guess we could get some potion out of the bank. We will use them down in Unguru. And we may as well get our power crystal before I forget them. Dazia waves at me. Hello. Don't know who you are. But hello.
Help you find something?
Maybe they know me. Maybe they saw a video or something. I mean, it's always a chance, right? There's been a lot of people who have seen my videos. They may not watch them regularly, they may not like them, but I think I've had over 100,000 views on YouTube channel. So that's not a small amount of people. Maybe in today's society of, you know, everyone having millions of subscribers, it sounds like a small amount, but quite a big amount when you really think about it.
Have a good one.
Most people go throughout their life and they, you know, maybe meet 10,000 people total. So 100,000 views, even though, you know, a lot of those will be returning viewers, stuff like that. Quite a lot when you think about it like that. For he said
Looking for something specific.
been a while. There is a Druid trainer here, actually. I was about to teleport Moonglade, and then I was like, oh, there's just one here. Person here called Alkin Menace. They're a level 30 Druid. I wonder if one day they'll become a boomkin. I hope so. It's funny playing a boomkin, because sometimes you see a boomkin out in the wild, right? But when you are playing a boomkin, and you see a boomkin out in the wild, it's like two of us on the same screen. That's not allowed. Like, I remember questing, I think it was in Tanaris, it was somewhere. And I saw a boomkin, and I'm like, holy shit, another boomkin. That's ridiculous, because there shouldn't be two of us on the screen. There is only one of us that exists. That was just quite crazy, honestly. New Rejuve and new Moonfire is pretty good. Now, what's there to look forward to at 54? Wrath. Okay. There's an extra 50 damage as well for like only 20 extra mana, so that's actually awesome. No Sewer East Beast. Mr. East Beast. Go watch out for that Mr. Beast. Might snap. Alright, so we go to Unguro Crater. I will fly down to Booty Bay and then take the boat to Dustwallow. Go from there.
Be careful.
Probably going to be the fastest route. So I think we definitely hit 53 in Unguro. Shouldn't be that hard of a task considering how much we have to do. Blood petal poison. So for the Druid quest, I'm gonna have to kill blood petals, which is fine because there's already a quest to kill blood petals. You know, there is a quest that I have forgotten on this character. But I think it starts in Fairwood anyway, right? So it's not too much of an issue that we've forgotten it. I don't really want to do Fairwood until third, though. We could do the Forces of Jadenar. We'll go to Ungaro. And, you know, if we struggle, we'll just go do other stuff until 53 or something. A very geared warrior. Mace spec though, so you know, maybe mace is a better at that gear level, I'm not sure, but they're not swords, so not as fun. But I'm hoping we can go to Ungaro and just blast out 53. Get her done. There may be some mobs that are difficult on the Druid because of resisting and stuff like that. But that's okay. We'll just say stop resisting. It's hard to make jokes like that these days with everything that's going on. Doesn't feel right. Wonder if my friends are making their way to 60. Not really. Can I take Guildmaster? No. I mean, he's been off 3 months. Oh, I can actually. I might do that on my main. Well, I say my main. Not really my main, just that'll give him to play again. If I dethrone him and then put it in the group chat, he'll be suddenly wanting to play. Watch. Been cricket season though. As soon as cricket season happened, our chance to play video games together is very slim. Nice. Hunter with Giant Stalker. I remember having Giant Stalker. Now, I was a Tauren male hunter, so I didn't look as good as this. Like, my shoulders were fucking up here, you know? But Giant Stalker is a nice looking gear set. And the Rock and Lock de la combo. Love it. I'm eligible to get Cuddly Green Gurgle for World of Warcraft. I don't care. Someone called Timoteo just hit level 60. Now, the spelling is different, but I raided in vanilla World of Warcraft with a shaman from Mexico called Timoteo. He was a very cool guy. Definitely a bit older than me. You know, because when I was raiding in vanilla, I was like 16, 17. I think he was in his 30s. But he was a cool guy. It was fun hearing his stories about being an adult and all that. It's one of the best things I had going for me when I was raiding in vanilla WoW because I was so young. Getting to hear all these stories from the old farts that I was playing with. Now I say old, they're younger than what I am now, but back then they were old farts, right? Like 10 years older than me. It's like when classic World of Warcraft first came out. And us 30-year-olds were, you know, playing with some Zoomers who were just out of high school or early 20s, and they were calling us boomers. Good times. Anyone who's younger just thinks anyone who's like 10 years older than them old. And that's fair. Because I also feel old. Sometimes. Not the last few days, thankfully, even though, you know, I should have yesterday. I feel tired. I think that's just because I'm streaming. Anytime I'm not just chatting shit all day, I'm not yawning. Just a stream thing. I'm just talking. Yeah, I do remember good old Timoteo, the troll shaman who used to get high, lived in Mexico. Told me a lot of stories. It's always interesting because I feel like back then people used to talk about how they got high all the time, but I haven't really raided with anyone in like over 10 years now that's like, yeah, I'm high. It's like back in vanilla, everyone was like, yeah, I'm high as fuck. I don't know, maybe it was like, it's a cool thing. Like we had it was mostly troll players as well, I'm gonna be honest. We had a troll warrior as well who was always high when we were raiding. I guess trolls, you know, it makes sense. They're doing the voodoo and stuff like that, so if you're drawing to being a troll, maybe you're getting high. Tauren, I think, could pass for it though, because they are very nature lover, aren't they? The nature lover Tauren Flea. I was a Tauren. But it's kind of crazy how I remember people that I played World of Warcraft with back then. Like, I'm not going to, but I can actually, off the top of my head, go through like a list of 50 names from vanilla World of Warcraft that I raided with. And And that's just off the top of the head. There's a lot more that I could probably think of if you give me like minutes, you know? I was thinking about making like a tribute to World of Warcraft video when the 20th anniversary was happening. Just to, you know, say how it's been in my life, and then at the end of it I was going to put a list of pretty much everyone that I have ever played with in like a substantial form. Obviously I'm not going to list absolutely everyone. Guess these guys are going to AQ. I'm going part way to AQ. But I'm definitely not going to AQ. Various reasons. I'd like some new shoes. Like, these are okay. Obviously, we get some damage out of them, but this is why I'm keeping these around, just in case I need the extra stam. Pants as well. Hopefully there's some good gear upgrades in Ungura. I don't even know if there is, but you know, getting some new pants, new shoes, cloak. This is okay. Rings I don't think will happen. A weapon would be nice, like a weapon that's not 20 levels lower than what we are. That's part of the trouble with the hardcore medley. Even though it's not self-found, because it's account found, you still gotta find items. So if items don't drop, you're not finding them, are you? So you still end up with gear that is like 20 levels lower than you, right? Like, we have found some level 40 plus swords of the eagle, but I can't use a sword on my druid. So it's not exactly something useful. Wanna have a look, see. Damn, order is smashing. Destruction right now. If I was playing Warhammer Online today, I'd be having a lot of fun. Order have been very blobby recently. I'm playing Order, but it's because I just prefer the classes of Order a lot more than the Destruction ones. You know, I've got a warrior priest at level 37 and 49 renown. I wanted to get to 50 before level 40, which I think I will do, but I might as well just keep going. At first I was going to like go do some PvE just to level to 40, but I think I might just hit 40 while getting renown. Might as well, right? Someone just messaged me, hey, hope you're good. Are you interested in raiding? No. I am not interested in raiding. He's from the guild elite. Raiding for me seems, as someone who has raided in vanilla, it just seems like a quite boring experience. I didn't last that long in Classic WoW because it's quite
Time
boring.
is
Right?
money, friend.
I think
Keep
in
it real.
hardcore there's a little
Be
bit
good.
more to
Have
it.
a good one.
It might feel a little bit more rewarding, but still the same, really. I think it's even more sweaty in hardcore though, because people don't want to die. So, you know, you gotta have your world buffs and all that stuff. It's like, it's a bit much. Staff Warrior. Love it. If there's anything else, grab before I go to Unger. Okay, let's go on our way. But the fact that people are cold calling to try and recruit for a guild probably means they lost a few members or something. That is how it used to be though, back in 2004, because, you know, you'd have guild forums, but guilds weren't really established. I remember there was a guild on my server called Meat in Cargill. They were one of the top guilds for quite some time on the Horde, until like Anchorage, when they died. But there was a guy called Raw, and he was the guild master. He was an orc warrior. And I think I was level 50 at the time, so I was quite high. I wasn't close to being done. I was still probably a month away from hitting 60, let's be real, with the amount of time I was playing in high school. But I think I was level 50, and this guy messaged me and said, "Hey, are you interested in raiding? We need hunters." And I declined him because I had just applied to join some random guild that I found. It's like, oh yeah, this guild looks cool. I'll played with a few of their members. I'll apply to here. So I turned Raw down. He was like, no worries. Good luck. Because I basically said, I've applied to this other guild. I'm just waiting to hear back from them. And, yeah, it turns out that guild that I declined ended up being the best guild on the server for quite some time. But the guild that I joined, eventually, we got to 60 and we had, I think, 10 people. And we went and raided with another guild. We had one raid with them. And then we ended up merging into them. So, we were the third best Horde guild on the server for a little bit. Until Anchorage. You can see what's going to happen in Anchorage. So, I'll skip to that. When Anchorage happened, you know, when Imps, Cafoon, all those fights were really difficult. And a lot of guilds were struggling to like keep members interested because they were just wiping constantly. Because this was back in the day when people didn't care to like min-max that hard. Everyone was clicking and keyboard turning. You know, world buffs weren't really a thing that you did every raid. So Meat and Cargill ended up dying, and they also had some internal drama. And we recruited some of their members because we were now pretty much the top Horde guild on the server because everyone else had died off. This is when that story of my crossbow of smiting happened. Because I still didn't have the crossbow of smiting, we were still doing Blackwing Lair. So the week that crossbow of smiting dropped that I would have gotten it, we had recruited another hunter from Meeting Cargill called Chelsea. And I will never forget this guy because he literally stole the crossbow of smiting. He comes in with fresh DKP, and DKP is a terrible loot system for this reason. I'm like in the minus DKP standings because, you know, I've raided a lot, but I've also spent a lot of DKP because I've been there the whole time. It doesn't refresh for whatever reason between tiers. And yeah, he takes crossbow of smiting because I can't compete with him, and my hunter class leader's like, I'm sorry. It's just how it goes, because he also wanted me to have it. And then one day later we log in and see that Chelsea has left the guild and transferred service. Thankfully, 1 week later, crossbow of smiting dropped, and my hunter class leader was like, alright, no one else is going to go for it. You know, even though there's a few other people that need it, we didn't like what happened, so we're just gonna let you have it. And I'm like, thanks, boys. Because that was some dog shit. So thankfully it didn't take that long, you know, I didn't have it for 4 days basically. But man, I will never join a guild that says DKP is a good loot system, ever in my entire life because of that. And I'm glad DKP has been forgotten about. I'm sure there's still some people that do it. I know when Classic WoW came out, some people were talking about using DKP and I'm like, you're a fucking idiot, but that's okay. We gotta pick up the blood caps on the Druid. So that's something that I'm not used to doing. I saw that and I was like, Devil's Sword. Wasn't a devil, but it was scary enough. Cool, I get a major healing potion. That level 50 quests. Damn. Alright, when I jump out of the water, I loot. I'm always careful about the devil sword that roams through this pressured on carcass art. Like, it's probably the scariest bit of Ungro Crater is when you come here for the pressured on carcass, because there is a devil sword that can walk through here. Can and probably will. Probably should have buffed. To be honest, mobs are already quite tougher than mobs we've been fighting. Don't know how fun Unguro Crater will be on the Boomkin, I'm gonna be honest. But as long as we can get some stuff done. And if we can't, well, have to do another level. The one good thing about Devil Sword on the Druid is I can put them because we're boring. We do have sleep. And roots. Now, even though they're higher level than us, they might resist. They're not like completely immune to it. Go. Stay ready. Done one quest. Kind of nice having the things to grind down here while we're doing the other quests to go, like get the gland and stuff like that, because it means there's actually a reason to keep grinding them. Last time we had to keep grinding them just because the gland didn't drop. Like Francie was so unlucky with that. I thought it was going to be getting these blood petal poison, but no. I'm not used to looking out for blood caps on the floor, so might be a challenge. I'm sure we can find 8 of them. Hopefully. Ungoro Crater. This is definitely one of my favorite leveling zones. It's not one of my favorite zones, but it's one of my favorite leveling zones. Just because it's like an easy go around in a circle kind of place, you know. It's blood. So long since I picked one of these. Guess I get the sprouts, so maybe if I get enough I can... I don't remember how many you need to like hand it into the coder. I guess we can keep. I probably did that one time total in my time playing WoW. Handing in the thing to the coder.
What brings you here? Ancestors watch over you.
I should be able to get the pheromones, because then we can get the It's a Secret part done as well. It's a secret to everyone. I wonder what's a secret to everyone. New Moonfire doing 100 damage ticks. Pretty nice. Definitely gonna like pot up and stuff when we're, you know, actually grinding stuff out here. Just hate it. We hate resists. I would probably just head on through and grab that. I wonder if these blood cap locations are accurate. I feel like they could possibly be like more all over the place than just the locations that are marked. But I guess we'll find out. Never had them on the map, so this is the first time we get to really see. Here's our journal. I don't know if the journal has just been easier to get But I feel like it is easier to get than it once used to be. Like, I don't remember the journal always dropping from doing this quest, but it has pretty much always dropped while doing this quest in recent times. Do have bag space. Do that. Run over. Free. Alright, let's find more eggs. Where your eggs at? Where your eggs at? Where the eggs at? Out of road. Well then, I think I should be able to snipe her before. Glad she didn't come from that direction. It would have been terrible if she just decided to right on those two mobs. I love when when Roots just stays on. The beast. Tangling roots that never breaks. Amazing. I'm wondering how Super Sticky Tar will go. I wonder if those guys are going to have any like resistances to nature or whatever. I wouldn't put it past them. So it might be quite annoying. Usually that quest is a good grinding spot, but I guess we'll find out.
Peace, friend. Walk with the Earth Mother.
Okay. This quest I know is going to be difficult. So I'm going to leave it there for now. I think either 53 or 54 we should be able to do it, but it's a level 56 mob and we're a caster that has no like resistance protection talents. Like, we're not a mage, you know? We don't get extra chance to hit stuff like that. So I think we'll just leave that quest for now. Come back to it when we're a little bit more prepared. Because even though I could kite him for days, if he resists everything, not exactly a fight that I want to have. Need one more yellow crystal. And get the power crystals done before we get up to the... Pretty nice. That is the benefit of having account-wide characters that you can like send mail to. Like, you can complete half of a quest on a different character. You know? Blood caps are not 100%, right? That's unfair. Which might mean we end up getting a lot of blood petal sprouts, and then maybe we'll get lucky and get the potion drop. Knows. Alright, where is the devil saw up here? Where is he gonna be? Is he gonna give me a jump scare? Probably. Been a while since. Oil right there as well. So tempting. Bugger, we get. not need a devil sword. Yeah, we did actually finish the quest to do the 20 hand-ins for soil because I think Francie blood peel. Man, I thought the drop rate would have been like 100% on the blood capes, but no, not quite. Well, skill 28292. Give him a skull. There's also a blood peel there, but I'm pretty sure this guy might turn around. Nice. I'm not as stressed as I used to be in Unguro, definitely. The first time I ever came here on hardcore on Franca, I was so stressed. I was just like, help. But I definitely haven't felt that level of stress. Oh, need that mountain salt sage, or 2 of it as well. 2 in the same area. It's crazy. Like literally pixels apart. We definitely need this for mongoose elixirs and stuff like that. One's been. In 5 is pretty nice. Alright, where's that devil sword? I don't want to see him. I think we're definitely going to have some hand-ins for the blood petal sprouts of this drop rate. That great. Bungalow. That quest on the boomkin. I think Balanced Druid is the one class where I am actually afraid of caves. You know, a lot of people go throughout hardcore and they don't into caves because caves are scary. For me, I don't really care. Like, I'm going in a cave. There's a cave to go in. But Balanced Druid is definitely the one class that I'm like, maybe I won't go in that cave. These do seem to be lining up with the questy markers pretty well. Just because I can't use entangling roots when I'm in a cave, it does limit us quite a bit. You know, at least with the apes, we have sleep. So if we accidentally aggro 2, or, you know, a call is done and then another one comes running. And we can at least... I like how these guys, like, these little plants open and you see a little dude's face. Like, it's an interesting plant, definitely. was just about to say, let's have a look at him. Then the sneeze was like, "Rrr." You see? Got a little smiley face. Got a mouth. Got eyes. It's crazy.
What's on your mind? See
I will
you
take
soon.
this quiz. But obviously can't do it. Oh.
Time is money, friend.
Got here. Pretty big bracer upgrades. 7 extra intellect.
Hurry back.
Pretty massive. Like 100 mana. We take those.
Hey there. See you later.
I was saying I wouldn't mind some extra, some bit of braces.
Time is money, friend. Hurry back.
Lost will leave for now.
Pleasure doing business with ya.
I'm probably not going to go to
What can I get for you today? See you soon. Yo.
roll the bone. Okay. I'd lose 2 int and lose the spell power, but gaining 10 damn is pretty good. We don't need this. We got a bit about.
Keep it real.
We got quite lucky finding this
How
blue
are you?
belt. I was thinking about
See you
sending it
around.
to
Have a
Grocket
good
because
one.
I like the
See
mage
you
more
around.
than I like the boomkin.
Safe
But
Good day to you.
we were going to be playing the
Safe
boomkin, and I'm not
travels.
sure when I'm
See
going to
you
be
later.
playing my mage next. Could be like 4 or 5 years from now, you know.
Good day to you. Very well then. Very good. Alrighty then. Off and away.
Just depends upon how everything lines up. Running through. I think in an ideal world though, I want to get the Medley done within the next 6 months. I definitely don't have any time once July happens. Before that, we may have time. Once July happens though, it's like full
Interesting. Be seeing you. Very well then.
all in schooling, you know?
You have a great day now. Off and away. Good day to you. Very good. Hey. Off and away. My, you're a tall one.
Before that, it's just like prep. Maybe do some dailies. Real life dailies. Like what I had to do yesterday. But even though I've had a busy few months setting things up and getting ready for things, the next 5 or so months is pretty chill. All in all.
What's on your mind?
Still some busy work to be done, but not like
Safe
full on yet. Okay, so guess we'll try to do super sticky tar. It's always a good quest to start with, and we might end up getting to like 100,000 experience. Said I'll try, like level 60 hunter here, probably grinding frickin' essence of life or whatever. So maybe we'll skip that one. Plus these guys are 54-ish ending. I think we'll at least get one lot of feed for the Kodo. chart is up. Scouting. We'll use our stamp. May as well use an arcane elixir. We're not like grinding or anything, but doing more damage is good. That poison. Let's go. Good stun. Run away. Run away. No drop. Classic no drop. Oh, that's not great considering I entered this fight with less than half mana. You know, you're kind of banking on the Starfire to do lots of damage when you cast it. But getting a crit is definitely helpful. You should be able to herb these. I know in later World of Warcrafts you can. So I guess in vanilla they didn't really think about it. But that would make this quest so much better, like, you know, with the Yetis and skinning and Foralis. How you can skin the hides, like you should be able to herb the blood petals. That'd be great. Maybe in Classic Plus. I think even if Classic Plus ever does actually come out, with a new career on the horizon and stuff like that, I don't think it would be something that I'm gonna be playing. I'm not really saddened by that fact, but I just don't think I'll have the time. Put in a great amount of time. Fuck. I was gonna mark it a wild, but I turned into a boomkin. When you go to press mark and then you just, well, I'm a boomkin now. Because, you know, mark is my shift 5, so in my brain I was like, I'll mark it a while, but then I hit 5 and I didn't shift. It is what it is. At least I have to come in here on the warrior. Did I come here at 53 on the warrior or 50? I can't even remember. But I definitely did grind. Might have been 52. And grinding all the way to frickin' wherever we did. Mountain Silver Sage. Only one. I can hear some people yakking outside. I wonder if they can hear me yakking. Hope so. Whenever I can hear other people, I'm like, But I'm in a house, you know. I don't want to be able to hear people. That's the problem that I have. I also don't want people to be able to hear me when I'm in my head. I do not have double glazed windows. Sadly, they're like one-ply toilet paper windows. I am glad, however, I think next week school is back for a lot of people, so there won't be any like children and teenagers walking around. So I can go down to the beach, you know, when people are at school and just relax by myself as an adult. So I'm happy about that. Christmas holidays are so long, man, like 2 months. I don't remember them being this long when I was a child. Like, you know, you'd have a month off school and then you'd be back to it. It probably is around about a month. You know, you get off a week or two before Christmas. But I feel like I was back at school mid-January, so it does feel longer. These mobs are definitely giving us a little bit more trouble than the harpies. It's understandable. And Grow is definitely a step up in difficulty. Nine mark. Good. The pterodactyls. We don't really need to worry about them too much, but obviously getting some kills on them is... Eyes been a bit itchy ever since I yawned that first time. Annoying. I think the goal today is definitely to try and hit 53. I think it's a pretty viable goal. Glad he died as soon as he touched me. But we'll see, right? I might be like getting close to 53 and then be like, man, I kind of want to go have a nap or something. Now, usually when I say I want to go have a nap or something while I'm streaming, I don't end up having a nap. I'm gonna get fed mid-cast. Oh, we got it off and it was a big one. 1080. Pretty nice. We do get a new Starfire at 58. I'm looking forward to that. As long as we get to 58, you know. Like, we're gonna get framed to 55 this league. If we don't die. We're gonna get her to 55. But then... get to 58. From 55, you know, might take some effort. Right, there's one Thunderer out here. Currently looking like all stompers. There's no gorilla at all. I like how when they're in rage, it changes Moonfire's animation. Like it goes red, like it's angry Moonfire. My inventory is kind of packed, isn't it? We've only just set out and we've already filled our inventory, kind of. Man, they are really all stompers. The gorillas ain't. We might need to come back on the way up and Yeah, gorillas. But I'm gonna clear up to the cave because I would like to kill the one thunderer that comes in. In the words of Alex Albin, they fight me so hard. Speaking of Formula One, the shakedown test is currently underway. I think it's the final day today. It's been cool having the cars back on track. But obviously you can't really take anything from it. Other than the fact that the Mercedes engine does look like an absolute tank of reliability. Which isn't a surprise considering the last time new engines came in, they dominated. Get rid of the Stomper. Hopefully the Thunderer isn't far behind. Because I don't really want to have to go into this cave on this. If I can help it. Like, obviously doing that hand in would be another 2.6k experience, but it's a pretty big risk. Especially when I can't do the escort. The Thunderer, please come out. I wish there was some normal gorillas to kill. Hopefully when we come back, some have respawned. I don't know if the shot that these guys do is like an earth shot, but I guess we'll find out. Be quite a disaster in interrupt. Oh, didn't even get the drop. That sucks. That is not great. No drop. There's a blood pedal there, but I guess like we're pretty close on the quest anyway, and there's a lot of them. Definitely gonna hit 15. Even if we do get 2 more items, like in the next 2, I'm just gonna pick another one, might as well. Just for a chance at the quest for the RNG Eton. I think it's Elixir of Giants. Not 100%. No, Elixir of Giants might be the one already. I don't know what it is. It's a strength stam one if I remember correctly though. So pretty useful. Really need Hard the Wild. Right there. He didn't. He broke out. Blood Pedal Venom is terrible because it's like a mana leech and a health drain. Thankfully, We can cleanse it. Balmer can also cleanse it, so that's gonna be good. But like Brocket, Alia, they still have to come here. See. Maybe I should just put time, because I do have some free time this weekend. There's a big crit. Maybe I should put that time towards actually editing. Yeah. When was Lena's video? It was probably a month ago now. Yeah, 30 days. Wow. There's probably a lot of people that don't look at the social tab in YouTube, so they don't even know like why videos are that slow, but dead off. Someone is mowing their lawn. I don't know if the microphone will pick it up, but just in case, someone is mowing their lawn. I do hate lawnmowers. I wish there was like silent lawnmower. Even when I'm mowing my lawn, I'm like annoyed by the sound of it. Like, I wish there was like... There probably is. Maybe there is silent lawnmowers. Maybe I should look. Oh, we're getting some nice crits right now with Starfire. It's good. It wasn't turning up earlier in the day, but going good now. Where's this devils? I'd like to kill dinosaur. Be also that dinosaur. But yeah, whenever I mow my lawns, I'm like, man, I don't like the sound. And there might be people that are also like just trying to have a nice day and out here in a lawnmower. I'm always thinking about other people when I'm having to make a noise. I don't like inconvenience and but everyone is not me, so that's why I haven't bought a motorcycle or a motorcycle for people that need to hear the whole word. Because they're too noisy, and I don't want to be an inconvenience. Also, like, parking a motorcycle and just leaving it, you know, you go and shopping, let's say. So you get your motorcycle, you park it in the parking lot, and then you gotta leave it, and it's like, it doesn't feel as safe as when you leave a car. Devil's same one still, he's still alive. Now when you park a car, you lock it, like windows are closed. When you park a bike, it's just like out there, just chilling. Hopefully not with the keys, but still, it feels less safe. Be coming around. Old Devil Soul was walking around. Ungrow crater like a big greyhound. Funny how much I think about the song The Ultimate Showdown. Anyone who knows the internet knows The Ultimate Showdown. But it's kind of crazy how much I just think about that song. Like, it lives rent-free in my head for however many years I've known about it. It's not always in there, but it is like something that comes back around every now. Like this. We're on the way to the... Don't know if we have the mana completely, but we should. Yeah, we're good. Especially with a crit. Someone is already looting that corpse. Yeah, I was. We're gonna get the food stuff. Then I'd like to go get the eastern pylon done. I might just need to get rid of these power crystals. You know, even though it's nice to have for Darton Baumer's power crystal grind, stuff like that. She can just go get them herself. So it's not something that needs to be done right now. And it's only 4 out of, what, 28? Alright, Mr. Devil Saw, wherever you are, please do not show me. Like, I don't want to see you right now. You're looking around like crazy right now. Pretty sure half is not here. It's like the scariest. Well, Terror Run is also pretty scary. I mean, it's in the name, isn't it? Terror Run. I've said many a time. Place just isn't fun. Terror Run is not fun. It's a different one. Not marked. A lot of iron hides out today. I like the iron hides because they look the coolest. No, the normal devil saws are alright. The earring ones are kind of the worst one, in my opinion. Of course, there's a small forum when it comes. I'd like to get the blood cap done, and by extension, blood pedal. And I would like to get the Garoshi stuff done before I have to go back and hand in. My inventory might be an issue. But we'll find a way to deal with it. If I have to delete these power crystals, I will. We've already finished the quest on this character. It's not really going to save us that much to just not have to get them on Bama. It's so hard to see sometimes when there's a bunch of stuff, like it blends in with the rock so well. But when there's a bunch of like little weeds around, it's like, where's the one that I need? Speaking of weeds, gotta do some more weeding in the garden this weekend. Did a lot, but then it rained for like a whole week last week. Like yesterday was sunny. Every other day this week's been fucking miserable. So with all the rain that happened, all the weeds started growing back, and I'm like, man, constant vigilance, isn't it? Yeah, if I get time this weekend, so video editing, weeding, pretty much it. Around and down. I think next leg at a medley, you know, if we get to it, if it actually happens, because we'll be going to level 60. I think I'm going to just start sending gold from the character that is leveling to like either the next character along or just a random character. Just so I don't have a chance of losing a bunch of money. Because we are getting to the point now where, you know, if we are going to hit level 60, I want to have mount money for my epic mount. I don't think I'm going to go for the Night Elf mount on my human rogue. As much as it would be cool, I think it's going to take too much time, and I do not have that now. Because of all the life changes and stuff, you know. So we'll just settle for a nice Night Elf mount, or a nice human mount on our human rogue or whatever. We'll just get a mount on a character. Maybe I'll get one for Ellie, and maybe I'll play. She'll be my level 60 main. We'll go heal some dungeons. Got hiccups. Hopefully not real ones. Might be. I haven't eaten anything for hours. These are pretty deep hiccups too. Coming from down there. Coming and all. I don't even know why. I hate hiccups though. They're one of the worst things ever, I'm gonna be honest. Let me try to get rid of them by holding my breath. Once I take a deep breath, see, it's like the moment of truth, you know. We don't want to speak too soon, so I could say feels good right now, but then random attack. I've gotten pretty good at holding my breath over the years, I will say. That was a ragged hide. Can't do anything with it anyway, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm guessing for the stings we're gonna need the wasps. Are there even 8 wasps that I can kill out here? That guy's kinda aggro. Not really worth innovating for, I would say, so I'm just gonna run away. We did 5% damage with entangling roots, so... I must say, like, when you don't stream for a while and then you go back to it, it does feel weird. Doorbell Jr. I wonder if Doorbell Senior made it 60th. Many months ago, I thought my friends and I were going to make it to 60. Some of them have less drive to do it than I do, and I should be the one with the least because I've already been leveling all of these characters. When I think about how little drive my friends have to get there, I'm like, man. How is that even possible? But how long's the Medley been on for now? Freaking a year, probably. It started out quite fast, alright? We were getting 2 episodes out a week, but yeah, slowed down quite significantly recently. See, when was the first episode? It would have been about a year ago. I open up YouTube and I see that S fans making a lot of talking about Classic Plus content. So the 14th of January, over a year. First episodes were coming out kind of rapid though. 3 days, 4 days between. I was very motivated when the Medley started. I was streaming pretty much every day. I was editing a lot. But it's safe to say I didn't have a lot else going on at that time. Like obviously a little bit of graphic design work, but over the last few years it's been kind of difficult because AI has been taking my job. That's why I'm looking to change my career. It doesn't matter if you can do something better than AI. Because it can do it faster. Cheaper. There's so many like small businesses around here in the town that I'm living in, I've noticed, that have like AI designs all over them. Because, you know, they don't care, it's cheap. They're a small business. Most people don't give a shit. They'll look at it and be like, that's it. It's not surprising when there's people that run around in Twitch channels and ask if they want design work. Because a lot of people will take those cheap ass design work. Mini stab kick has reached level 60. In a way to laugh about. Yeah, that's why I decided I'll go back to school, put myself into a workforce that basically can always have a job. Like if you're someone that has a degree where I'm going to go towards, and you do not have a job, you're a weird person. Like basically, that's how it is. Wasp. We need. I'm just gonna. Otherwise, he'll run away. Hopefully, these stings are 100% drop rate. Otherwise, this might be difficult. Because this could take some time. Do I want to go into the hive and get the wool farm? That's the next question. They are not 100% right. It's kind of rubbish. I don't know if 53 happens today. I might, when I get back to town, it might be wrap up stream time. Probably not gonna like go to sleep or anything. But I mean, it is already 1 PM. I've been up since 9. I've had, you know, half a day. I've had less of a day than what I had yesterday, but I'm more tired, even though I slept for longer. I guess because yesterday I was outside, you know, out and about talking to people. Talking to people does keep me awake. It's like when you jump on Discord with the boys or something. Maybe you're tired when you first jump in, but then you wake up. At least that's how it works for me. Like, I used to rock up to raid at, you know, 10 PM, finish at 1 in the morning, but I was more awake at 1 in the morning after raid than I was when I got there. Which I always found quite interesting. I'd like to move this. Something in that slot that I actually need. Maybe I should put the blood caps though, because blood sprouts we actually how many we have. I haven't even started doing the packets yet. I just do not have the bag space. The vanilla WoW issue. Bag space is a problem. That was interesting. It was the same range, right? Yeah, 36. So why was I able to ramp, but I wasn't able to? Each. The ghost mushroom we want. Live fruit though. Got 17 soil. Good, because we're gonna need a lot, probably, and the more we get, the better. At least we need to find them bound like that. I mean, with Friend, we had her 20 to hand in that one quest for Staghound before we even logged into her this time. That was definitely nice. But yeah, I'd say when we finish the quest to find the Gurashi, whatever they're called, Rishi Scent Gland and Stingers, it'll probably bring us pretty close to about time. Like, alright, done for the day. Love mana. Don't you love mana as a moonkin? We had a pretty good time of it. I think the last 10 levels have been pretty chill, but I guess because we're in Unguro and all the mobs are bigger than we are, they've got a lot more health. Stone is not the easiest for us. Like 40 to 50 has been relatively nice, but seems like we've fallen back to issues we have had on, because we have not had gear upgrades for quite some time, which isn't my fault. It's just that the gear hasn't been dropping. Like, I can't just go to the auction house and buy gear, you know? As much as some people that don't understand the premise of my challenge wanted to argue with me about, I am not allowed to just go to the auction house and buy gear. It's always interesting when you're doing a certain challenge, but then, you know, people don't actually understand the rules, but they'll try to fight you about it. Kind of forgot these guys called for it. Like to just walk away from this, but I obviously don't want to grow more of them. Why can I not drink and travel for? Sit. Look like a devil sword when it's twitching like that. Where are the so-called heroes of this world? Too frightened to come out and play? That's going to be one issue with the quests around here, I think, now that TBC pre-patch is out. I don't know how easy it's going to be to do quests in the areas with the elemental. Similar to Lake Kaltarao, which is a big issue. Me, particularly. I like farming in Lake Kaltarao. On my way to 60. So if I can't, that's gonna make leveling to 60 a bit more interesting. I have to grind in like the plague lanes. It doesn't sound like the beast type. I am gonna head into this cave and try to get this wool sample. I want to get as many quests done as I can before I back to 10. Currently it's not that many, but we're trying. Gets stunned when he's out of range. Love it when they mob walks out of range and then it gets stunned. Got a crit in return. Call for help. Left to fight Fowry. Kind of funny how the last 2 times TBC's been released, I decide that I'd like to change my... I think this will be the last time. Well, we'll see, right? You never know. I'm someone that likes change a lot. I don't like to always be doing the same thing. Streaming has been the one constant in my life for like the last 7 years. It hasn't been consistently constant, but it has been something that I've been doing. For. I love when I entangle in roots and it breaks immediately. It was basically immediately again. Tile. At least we got the land. Ooze covered for it. Man, there's so much thorium out today. Man. Like, I'm not on fancy or down. Don't think I can root. Gotta be standing outside of the cave. This. Then it breaks. So was it even worth rooting in the first place? Probably not. Probably not. Okay, can we get in and out before too many mobs spawn? Real question. How far does he go? It's also another question. Like, is he gonna stop? Right over there? Can't use entangle. No. We are in the thick of it suddenly. He's going up there and then he'll probably come back down. As soon as I see the in the thick of it, I remembered that song. Was it KSI? I'm not a fan of it, but I mean, people were loving that song. I remember it being absolutely everywhere. Monkey? Man, if that was of the eagle, that'd be sick. I mean, it's a pretty good item. Especially for Rugen. But if it was of the eagle... I need a weapon. We're 20 levels down on it. Not good. Imagine that. 6 extra stacks. Be massive. Alright, we have braved the Goroshi. They're so grishy. We're gonna have to kill this guy. Back here. But I'll be honest, all those like YouTubers from that group, I'm not really a fan of most. Like, you know, the pools, all that kind of group. No thank you. They're not to my people. Might be a devil saur over here. Here for devils. We need stingers, so try it again. Honestly, if I finish this quest, now if stingers actually start dropping, might almost be 2. So we're not even like that different. Like, stop stream. I even gained a skin in level today. I must have. Because we're at 291 and I don't think I was at 290, so just doesn't seem like it. I'm glad I decided to stream today though. And as long as things don't change next week, I could be here a few days. Maybe even 5. Things don't change. But like I said, it might also be school holidays done, and you know, I might want to go down to the beach and just tweet. No one being around. Most people that work normal jobs are gonna be at those, and students are gonna be at school, so no one around sounds like a good. This is kind of scary on the Druid because I don't really want to fight any of these mobs because they are orange. I mean, the 54s I could probably take, but still. I forgot that I had no bag space. Got a fucking pummel. What the hell? Let's not panic. Let's remember that we're a druid. For a moment I was like, shit, I had no bag space. Panic! And then I was like, hey, I'm druid. Put him to sleep. No need to panic. I feel like pretty bad time to have a sneeze, honestly, in this area. I'm glad it wasn't, you know, back there. But there is still a devil sword somewhere. I need more wasps. I don't think there's many wasps around here. But I don't really want to be grinding these guys forever. At least not today. The moon. If that is your name. Moon and Pumbaa. It's not right. Oh, we got a 999 crit. good, because these mobs are really annoying me with how much they get out of roots. Like, it's so annoying. Six, 9, 3, 3, 3. By the time we hand in quests, we should be over 80,000, so we've done half a level. It's been not the easiest, however, I will say that, on the Druid out here. Like, you know, even when we came here on the Warrior, it felt quite chill. We were potted out of our mind, obviously. We had the strength and the agility potions going. But, yeah, just the fact that, you know, that happens. We spend 300 mana, more or less, to get a resist. And then we root, and they get out of it right away. Like, it's so much worse than the Warrior. People still believe that Warrior is like the hardest class to hit 60 on. I don't think that's true at all. I've obviously done the Shaman to 60. That was already harder than the Warrior. Especially the first 20 levels. Like, Warrior first 20 levels are quite rough. But man, Shaman? You feel like you do nothing. And you take so much damage. And you know, if you start healing while a mob's beating on you, you're gonna get your ass beat. I remember being like 8 HP on my Shaman at one point. And it was like, well, if that mob had crit me, I'd be dead. I don't remember moments like that on the Warrior too. Yeah, these mobs out here are making me have to drink a lot. So, definitely not been an easy time today. And my thought, because I've been playing a lot of Warhammer Online recently, I'm like, I would rather be running around with the boys, taking keeps, stuff like that, you know? I really took that risk that that wasn't going to aggro the worker, thankfully. Didn't. But I didn't know for sure. One thing I'm loving about Warhammer Online is because it's such a small private server, you always see the same people. So, you know, there was a guy called, okay, when he was leveling, he was called John the Baptist, but he had to change his name because of religious reasons, apparently, even though there's a fella running around with the name, literally a religious thing. So he's called John Boy now, and he and I basically leveled at the same time. He's put in a lot more hours than I have, because now, you know, he's level capped and he's over 70 renown, and I'm level 37 and only 50 renown. But I see him on the battlefield pretty much every day. Stuff like that. It is one cool thing, even though it's like a small server. Because it is small and I guess tight knit in a way. You do see the same people every day. Like you start recognizing names, you know. Especially the ones that talk a lot. I'm kind of a just chilling out kind of guy, you know, not chatting too much shit. But every now and then I'll say hi to them when I jump into a war band or... Because I know I don't want to get too invested. Otherwise I'm just going to want to, you know, spend all my time playing that MMO. And we know how bad that can be when you're in school. I don't want it to happen. I think when I start doing classes full time and I'm going hard at it and all that, I'm just gonna play games like Terraria and stuff just to, you know, not have the MMO looming over me. Because I'll still play games. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with Cyberpunk, actually. Bro, QT. T. That's 60. Or QTT. Just one. So cute, there's 2 T's. But I need to figure out what I'm going to do with Cyberpunk, because it is a game I do want to play. Problem is, I don't know if I stream it or if I'll just play it myself. I did want to stream it, but with, you know, life. Like, it would be a fun game to just sit down for a month and stream, right? And it's new, fresh game for me. I would probably, you know, easily do 5-hour streams every day, like I did with Mass Effect. Or when Baldur's Gate, when I first started playing BG3, and 7-hour streams happening. It's pretty easy to want to play something with fun with it. Problem is, I don't know if I have the hour, like, if I start streaming a game and then availability just drops off the arse and I don't have the time to do it anymore, like, that's a problem. It's not a problem for me, I can just play it in my free time after that, but it's a problem for anyone who is watching the series and enjoying it. I don't want to, like, get halfway through a game and then people don't get to see the end, stuff like that. That would be terrible. So it might just be a game that I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna play this by myself. I know there are people that were interested in watching me, or yeah, watching me play through it, but sure, those people would understand. Why not? I think unless I have a actual schedule that I can commit to, which isn't really going to happen for the next 5 or so months, since everything is up in the air right now until I start full-time classes. Can't really commit to anything. So I'd rather not commit to anything, you know? And that's why Cyberpunk's an interesting one, because I want to play it, but I'm not 100% sure how. Like with WoW or Warhammer, I can just drop in, drop out. I can just play in my time. Warhammer's a little more restricted because generally you have to play with people in that game. That game is a real MMO. There's no solo play. Like, even with outdoor leveling, if you want to do like normal quests, say you're doing like WoW style quests, you can do them. But you'll probably still get your ass beat. Especially if you're a DPS. If you're a healer or a tank, a little bit easier. But if you're just a straight DPS, you're gonna get your ass beat. But if you want to do public quests, then you might need people. Once again, if you're a healer or a tank, you can pull it off. It's gonna take some time, but... If I did another hardcore series after the Medley, it would probably be in Warhammer Online. Because I think that game would be so hard to make it to 60 without dying. Obviously you wouldn't be able to do the PvP. So if you go into PvP, you are probably gonna die. Which is the main part of the game. But even if you don't do the PvP, you might get PvP flagged doing a quest. So there's still a possibility that you get killed. I think it would be quite difficult to hit 60, or 60, 40 without dying in there. It would make an interesting video series. Now this is going to be a fun thing. Getting mana leached. Drink. So we won't get all of our mana back. Stretch. You could hear it in my voice. I was looking at that mob, but that rogue. So here, please. Throw a dagger at my mom. Saw it. I saw what he wanted. There are only 4 blood people being done with that quest. Let's go and not so bad the blood peels today. Could finish it. Definitely. There would be one less item that we need to worry about in our inventory next time. Yes. We can get 3 more on the way to town. That's perfect. Then we can hand in a few quests here. We can go back here and hand that in. I could go up here and do the Vidir elixir. There's a lot of options. That's one good thing with the fact that I haven't really been playing. There's a lot of options when it comes to quests on Frame now. I remember when we logged out at 48, I was basically out of quests that I could like feasibly do. We were about to be in a struggle street, but because I haven't really been streaming and playing, we've had a good amount of rested experience. So we've kind of caught up to where we need to be. I still think overall 52 and Unguro is like the lowest you'd ever want to do it. But like it's doable some of the quests. One more, we're getting so lucky. That's 4 in a row. Not bad at all. Can't believe those Garashi stings are not 100% drop though. Like that. I do not like that. That quest could take a while. We might be grinding them for a bit. Yeah, even though I thought about maybe streaming over this weekend, I think if the opportunity does arise for, you know, if it's like wet, rainy and I'm not going to go out and do any gardening or whatever, maybe I should actually work on that video. Francie's video. Since it's been a month, basically. But I mean, you know, it is what it is. Videos come out when they're ready, right? If you're not making or editing videos, they're not ready. Not much you can do to change that unless you want to make or edit the videos for. Do it. Still no gorillas out here. I guess one good thing about, you know, logging out and coming back later would keep maybe the gorilla. There's one. We might need to go in the cave no matter what for the thunder anyway. It's not really something I want to do. Can't wait to get reflection, which is like mana regen while casting. Feel great. Hopefully we are far enough away. Next stomp to continue. 8. Alright, there are a few more blood petals on the way to town. If they're alive, we need one more blood petal. Can it happen? I love how Starfire sometimes hasn't been showing up on details, so it looks like we're doing like no Starfire damage. Like with this mob, no Starfire. Like we cast the Starfire as our first thing. Did say there was a few blood petals on the way, but I think that rogue might have taken. Not great. one. One and done, that's all we need. Please let it be. I need 3 more Tyranids. The word Tyranix reminds me of when there was a meme back in the day where someone said their name was Steven with a P. You know, instead of like D-V-N, it was D-P-H-N. But the person who made their coffee wrote P. Steven. That was a Steven. That's what I see when I look at the word Tyranix. Tyranix. Even though I know the P is silent. Kind of funny. Please give me the blood pedal so I can end my misery. Crit spread. Well, it looks like we're gonna be one off. Couldn't even finish the blood capsule. Please. Can I find another one so I can feed the Kodo? There. If we get extremely lucky and get the recipe, I'm going to buy a lotto ticket. You've heard it here first. I'm gonna buy a lotto ticket if I get the recipe first time. Imagine I buy a lotto ticket and I just win like the big money. You'll never see me again. Actually, you might see me more. I won't care about a career at that point. Like, alright. I'm just gonna live. Only reason you need a career is because you don't want to be poor, right? Like, no one actually wants to work, surely. Are there people that actually want to? Might be.
Watch your back.
Hello. See you around. Have a good one.
You need something? See you later.
Although with the career that I'm gonna go into, kinda feel like it's something that you actually want to do. Not everyone's job is about, you know, helping people or saving lives or caring for people. Gonna be over 100k experience. Nice.
Pleased to meet you. Very well then. Be seeing you. You have a
Got another
great
quest to
day.
hand in Taurus. A little bit over 100k, that's pretty good. Send this to Rugen. Probably use it. Pretty good as well, because Rugen's only level 50, so 47 staff is pretty nice. Probably gonna have it until level 60, like girl. Unless we find a better one. Alright. I'm gonna go and fly back to Taurus. I don't need to check the mail of the characters because I haven't played since the last time I did. No need to worry about that. We're just gonna head to Tanaris and then I'm going to log out for the day. It's been a good 3 hours of streaming though. If everything lines up next week, you'll probably see me again. And you might even see me quite a bit. Quite a bit is honestly only 2 days these days, isn't it? I've only been streaming like once every week or other week. So quite a bit doesn't really mean that much. It is quite a lot of experience just running around. Have I been to Winter Spring? Have. So we had the flight path there. Something to think about. I mean, we could pretty easily get ourselves to 53 before committing to like these harder quests. Like, I think I'll finish the blood petals next time. Do the poison. Roll the bones and the flyer we can do. That I'm probably not going to, but we'll keep it just. Maybe I should do one. We need those items. I guess, yeah. I mean, if we're gonna send the staff to her, we're gonna might as well log in to check his mail. Hey, 3 out of 20. We've got 2 quests.
I got the best deals anywhere. Be good. Keep it real.
We'll not do this
Have a
quest.
good one. Be good.
Born Captures Queen is a fun quest to do on characters that you can do it, but I don't think the Druid's gonna be one of them. Hopefully. Rugen and Lena will log into it. Check their mail. It is Friday. It is mail check day, after all. I think it's Friday. Sometimes the days, you know, they all blend into one. See what route. Can't use staffs, but we can. We just gotta go train it. That would be 2 more agility, 3 more. Obviously, we would lose the weapon skill, and that is gonna be 2 perhaps, but not really that big on training weapon skill and defense skill and stuff in the medley because it just takes too long. Like if they die because they don't have a weapon skill, cool, don't really care. Alright, I do want to log into my non-medley camp. I haven't logged into for months, and I want to steal Guildmaster from person who hasn't logged in for 3 months. I'm gonna take a screen. He's in the grave. He's not in the grave. I'll make him an officer. We have a rank when you first join the guild called Graveyard. So, like, you know, my friend here was doing ultra hardcore and he made it to 19. He's not dead, but he just stopped playing. But he was in the Graveyard. I am now the guild master. This character's pretty freaking geared. You know, I've been doing all the dungeons, hit some good drops, actually able to use the auction house, which is why I have this. Like, this is not a account found character. But that is it for today. Was looking at getting 53. I think we honestly still could if I streamed for another few hours, but kinda had enough for today. Even though I haven't really been playing that much. WoW's not really at the top of my priority list these days. I will try next week to stream a lot. Things are currently pretty open for next week, so I don't think I have anything on. May change, but for now, yeah. And we'll see if we can get Frayne to 55. And then we can start on Baumer. I think Baumer will be quite fun. We have a lot of gear on here. Log in and go, because it is Friday anyway. Like, we have a lot of gear upgrades on here. We've got like the chest. I think I have a weapon that isn't of the... This is the problem. Like, I've had a lot of two-handers of the eagle, but they're all swords. It's so annoying. We have an awesome helmet. Put mithril spurs on these in case I want to wear them, but I don't. This belt. Gloves. So we're going to get some pretty good upgrades. So I think, you know, with RNG on our side, Baumer will be pretty fun to play. Maybe she'll do over 100 DPS now. But I'll try to finish Frayne next week. I think that would be a good target. Then we can finish Baumer within 2 weeks, surely. As long as things stay open. Because yeah, in 22 days, I don't think I'm going to be playing WoW for a little bit. Game time will run out, and I don't really play. So there's no point paying. But anyways, I'll see you guys when I see you next. It'll be next week sometime, hopefully. Have a good night or day, depending on where you are in the world. Have a good weekend. I sometimes miss streaming every day, but it's life. So join me while you got me. Because it's not going to be forever. Which goes without saying, doesn't it? Nothing lasts. Especially life. But yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you next. Have a good one.